Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and in today's video we're going to be checking out the Path to Power Kid Goku, because he did just come out on Global, and if you guys aren't aware of this unit, Global players, then you're in for a treat, because this guy is insane. He's easily one of the best support units in the game, because he is actually the only support unit that supports for damage reduction. That's right, this guy is giving all allies damage reduction. Of course there is a condition behind that. I think you just have to collect like 7 key spheres. We'll get more into that at the end of the video in the unit breakdown, but overall just a really crazy unit. Now, just really quickly, I don't recommend you summon on his banner though. I actually did a should you summon video. I'll leave a link to that on the screen. And basically just don't summon unless you're like a crazy big Kid Goku fan, but this guy is really good, but his banner isn't. But anyway, yeah. So before we get into it, just make sure you guys like and subscribe. Keep in mind there are timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around to the red zone test, or as I already mentioned, the unit breakdown, then absolutely feel free to do that. And yeah, let's just get into the rotations. So starting off right here, we've got a really good rotation. We're going to have him with his ideal linking partner in the Android 8, because not only does the Android 8 give him his unit super attack, as you can see right there, but they do also share, 4 out of 7 links. So I'm just a really good partner for him overall. But I am going to put him in slot 2, so we're going to have 6 out of 7 links right here. We're only going to be missing Kamehameha. And we do have support from the Gohan. So start of turn, we are at 287k, which is not really the craziest. But he is one of these units that gets a ton of just everything once he gets actual key spheres. So right here, we're going to get 8 key spheres, but we're getting 4 rainbow key spheres. So that means that we're going to be at, I think, yeah, 28% damage reduction. And then we get the 8% damage reduction from his support. So he's supporting all allies for 8% damage reduction per rainbow key sphere obtained. And that does apply to himself as well. So right here, we're going to be at, 36% damage reduction, I believe, after we get all these key spheres. And our defense jumps up to 458k. And we also get 59% defense on super. More specifically, we get 59% attack and defense on super. But that's going to put us at, well over 600k defense. So we're going to be well over 600k defense with 36% damage reduction. We're rainbow orb changing. We're supporting. And we've got built-in additionals. We've got built-in crits. Oh my god, dude. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, let's see what attacks that he can get right here. Because just in terms of his defense, I would say that's pretty damn good. I mean, that's not necessarily like top tier, like taking double digits from all these hard-hitting enemies. But this is still in, like, living range from surviving these hard-hitting enemies' super attacks. And, yeah, 10 million attacks, that right there. Keep in mind, we've got built-in crits. We've got built-in additionals. We got all of that right here. And we did actually lower attack right there as well, as you can see. So, yeah, pretty good rotation. I would say that's pretty crazy. And he is a leader, of course, so we've got 2 rotations with him now. And on this rotation right here, we are at 241k defense start of turn, so again, not really the craziest, but like I said, you do want to make sure that he gets his key spheres first, because that is really important with this guy. So we are going to get 8 key spheres once again. We're going to have, I think, 36% damage reduction again, and 5 out of 7 links. We are at 413k start of turn defense. Excuse me. So, a little bit lower in terms of our defense, just because we lost some support, but still really good. We're going to be over 600k defense once again, with a 36% damage reduction. We still are supporting, I'm pretty sure, everyone on the team, because he does support, I believe, youth and, what is the other category? It's, yeah, youth and Dragon Ball Saga. Okay. So, yeah, everyone on the team he is supporting. And, I mean, those 2 categories aren't necessarily insane, but they really, like, they could have, they're benefiting a lot from this guy getting a Dokkan Fest and just supporting them. I mean, Youth more specifically has a lot more crazy units. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dragon Ball Saga has a couple useful units here and there, but it doesn't necessarily have any crazy units. And, wow, Goku just went crazy on that turn. But anyway, you know, it doesn't have, like, any standout top 10 units in the game, but Youth does. The EZA LR Gohan is on there, which I guess we don't have him right now for global players, but I mean, JP players, you get to experience having the EZA LR Gohan on the same team as this guy, and that, both of these guys on the same team is just, yeah, you're gonna be destroying pretty much every event. So, yeah, right here, 273k defense. We have a little bit of support from the Grandpa Gohan, And I do want to make sure we get at least 7 key spheres, because that is the restriction to get the damage reduction support, and we did get it right there. So what did our defense jump up to? Okay, so basically 430k, pretty good, pretty good. So it seems like we're around 400k defense after we collect 6, 7, or 8 key spheres. It'll put you around 400k defense, which is pretty good because considering he's Rainbow Orb changing, that's something you're going to get to pretty consistently. And we've been at almost a 10 million attack stat, or around a 10 million attack stat throughout the video as well, which is just crazy. I mean, because this guy is really good defensively, he's really good offensively, he's an amazing support, and then of course he's Rainbow Orb changing, and there's so much else to this unit. And he does also have the active skill, which one odd thing about his active skill is it doesn't actually get guaranteed crits. I think it's like he only has a 59% chance to crit, which is kind of interesting. Typically, they just give units guaranteed crits, which I don't know why they didn't with this guy, but I guess still the fact that he has crits is nice. But I do kind of wish they just gave him guaranteed crits. Yeah, I mean, we've got B-Pan right here. We might as well just do this. I got the skip on because, I mean, it's like a 5-second active skill anyway. So go ahead and pop that just so our attack stat can look a little more pretty. And, yeah, right here we're going to have... Ooh, okay, so we're only going to have 6 key spheres, so we're not supporting for the damage reduction right here. So in terms of damage reduction for the Kid Goku, he's only going to be at 28%, which is still good. I mean, you know, 28% damage reduction with over 600k defense is still good defense to tank. I would say at least double digits from normals from some of the hard-hitting enemies. But as I said already, super attacks he might take a little bit of damage from super attacks. If you have type advantage, you'll be fine. Like if you take him versus Red Zone Omega Shenron, you're fine. You're not going to take any damage. Especially if you're doing like 8, 9, 10 million attack stats consistently, you're just going to destroy the event. And then, you start critting too, and you're just going to start looking crazy. And on his unit super attack, and even on his normal super attack, he gets 50% defense, but then on his unit super attack, he gets 100% defense. Or not defense, attack. He gets a 100% attack buff on his unit super attack, and then the 50% attack buff on his just normal super attack. So the more supers you get with this guy, his damage is just going to rack up. And especially if you're just starting the turn off doing a 10 million attack stat, your additional is going to be 12, 13 million, which that starts to get crazy. So yeah, just overall, a really crazy unit. I think that as far as like his teams go, they're not bad by any means, because he does lead Dragon Ball Saga, Youth, or Exploding Rage. And Youth, as we already talked about, has some pretty standout units in there. Exploding Rage has some pretty good units. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I know a lot of like the Super Saiyan Gokus are on there. And then he does also lead Dragon Ball Saga, which I really want that category to be good, but unfortunately it's just, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, it's just not good right now. That category needs a lot more just stuff in general, right? More Easy A's, more Dokkan Fest, which I'm sure we could see more Dragon Ball Dokkan Fest in the future, because there's been a lot of talk about like a Goku and Piccolo World Tournament dual Dokkan Fest, which that's pretty hype. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily like worldwide download celebration or anniversary hype, but I could at least see us getting that for like maybe Golden Week. I think that that's a pretty good time period for it, because Golden Week typically is stuff that's like not too hype but still really hype. Well, I don't know. We did get the Super Saiyan GT Goku and Vegeta that one year, and that was pretty hype. I don't know. They could do a dual Dokkan Fest Goku and Piccolo World Tournament eventually. I mean, even if they just drop it as like a normal Dokkan Fest, no one's gonna be mad. I don't think there's gonna be any issues as long as they don't do it for like anniversary or worldwide. Because as much as I do think it's for sure hype, I do agree with a lot of the people against it, because it's just, you know, anniversaries when we get the fusions, the Goku and Vegetas, like we just got now for the 8th year anniversary. So I do think that doing Dragon Ball Saga is just a little lackluster. But anyway, right here, actually, you know what? I'm going to do something a little different. I'm not going to get that many key spheres. I'm going to go ahead and just get like 2, because there are still going to be a lot of rotations where you just get straight up unlucky with key spheres, even though he's Rainbow Orb changing. So we'll do this with him. Keep in mind, there's a lot in his passive we don't have active right now. I'm pretty sure he gets an extra defensive buff when he gets 3 key spheres. Of course, we didn't get that. and then he just gets 20% attack and defense on every key sphere he does get. And of course, we only got 2 right there, so we are restricting ourselves a lot right here. And yeah, we're only at 230k start of turn defense. So that's obviously not really that good, because then after we super, we're only going to be at like, what, maybe 400k defense, around that. And that's not necessarily the craziest with no damage reduction at all, actually, because we didn't get any rainbow key spheres. So I guess that is an issue with this guy, if you just don't get lucky with key spheres. But that's easily not really going to be an issue, or you're never going to really run into an issue like that, just because he's Rainbow Orb Changer. But of course, it's still possible, so I do want to showcase it and get it in the video. And what attack stat are we going to be at right here? Because we didn't get that many key spheres, we don't have the additionals or anything, but we're still at like an 8 million attack stat pretty much. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we got the additional. He jumped up to 8.5, so yeah, pretty big jump up. Alright, for sure, I mean, we're still doing a lot of damage right here. I like the animation, too. It's just Kid Goku. Got the Power Pole and Nimbus, you know, just putting in work. So, I mean, still clean animations, but in terms of his defense right there, not really the craziest. So, actually, you know what? What we'll do right here is we'll nuke with him, and then I'll probably just cut to when I can do his active skill, and then we'll just showcase that rotation. Ooh, wait. We're not going to get any... Yeah, we're not going to get any rainbow key spheres right here, because I'm probably going to change all of them to physical key spheres. Alright, well, I mean, that's okay. We're not... Really? Okay, we got really unlucky with key spheres. You know what? I'm just going to cut to a completely different run where I can do the active skill, and then I'll nuke with him and all that in the other run. Alright, so we are here on a rotation where we can pop his active skill. I was reading over his conditions again, and actually, it's not really that difficult to get activated. You only need to receive 8 attacks or be below 59% HP, just like in general. Doesn't matter what turn you're on. You can just be below 59% HP, and then bam, you can pop it. And I feel like that's pretty good. I don't know about the 8 hits thing. That might be kind of difficult to get, but if you take like a big super attack on the first turn, and then on turn 2 you have this guy, you could be able to just pop the active skill, get some good damage, especially if you start critting, which of course is really useful, but I don't think this is something you're going to be seeing too like frequently in the first couple rotations. I think you'll start seeing it more when you're on like the 7th, 8th, or like 9th turn. But anyway, we got the active skill right here, so let's go ahead and pop this. Alright, so yeah, we unfortunately didn't get the crit right there, so as you saw, we only did like 2 million damage, which isn't really that good. To do damage on his active skill, you really do kind of have to rely on the crit, but I mean, still, free damage, right? So, of course, it's useful. And yeah, I mean, we will nuke with him right here as well, just because why not? And okay, so the active skill does count as a super attack. So our defense does go up as we already activated the 59% attack and defense when performing a super attack. So yeah, just a crazy rotation right here. Well, okay, not in terms of links. We only got 3 out of 7. But we do have All in the Family activated, which is pretty much this guy's most important link, I would say. It's like, what, 20% defense at link level 10 or 25%. So it is really useful, and we got it right here. So obviously, just makes him look better. And then we got support from the Gohan. So hopefully we can get luckier with our orb changing right here. All right, perfect. Only 1, and we only missed 2 key spheres. All right, so 19 key spheres. So we did get really lucky. I'm assuming our defense is going to skyrocket. I mean, our attack stat, I know that's going to be crazy, but what is our defense at? Yeah. All right, 948k. All right, so basically a million defense. And, of course, we have the 8% damage reduction as well. We didn't get any rainbow key spheres, though, so it's only 8%, but still, I mean, that's pretty good. I would say that's pretty good, but of course, it's a artificially enhanced rotation. Although, I don't know, something you could do with this guy is maybe bring some orb changing items, so then you can get more key spheres with him, but you still want to make sure you get some rainbow key spheres. 23 million attack stat, by the way. And yeah, and then you could get to some really crazy defensive levels, and as long as you're still getting rainbow key spheres, you can still do some really good or you can just have really good damage reduction built in with the crazy levels of defense because you're getting so many key spheres. But yeah, okay. So we did get lucky with additionals there, and we managed to just one turn this this phase of the Vegeta event. So pretty useful, I would say. I would say that's it's for sure really good. All right, we got the active skill right here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the skip on, but can we actually crit with this one just so we can see how much damage it does? Oh, we did crit. Okay, for 5 million damage. That's pretty good. We have no support right here, and we do got a couple more links active, though. I think we got more attack links. So, of course, to start a turn, we were looking a little bit better. And, I mean, yeah, 5 million damage on a crit is pretty good. I mean, of course, you've got the 59% chance to crit, so it's pretty reliable. But, yeah, all right, well, with all that shown, I guess let's go ahead and just cut to the... Ooh, where should I bring him? I guess Omega Shenron Red Zone stage, just because he has type advantage. All right, so we are here fighting Omega Shenron. And right here, we got a pretty good rotation. We are going to be able to have him in slot 3 to see how well he tanks a super attack. But I don't know how I'm going to do this because I think we might actually kill before we get to the point of Omega even supering us. So what we're going to do here is I guess we gotta kind of play this carefully. We got too lucky with key spheres. Because I mean, I guess I could do this. But then he's only going to have one link active. I mean, I guess it's not really that big of a deal. We're going to be missing out on the Incredible Adventure, Infighter, Guidance to the Dragon Ball. What are we at? 224, and then we drop to 209. All right, so yeah, we're just going to have to do this. We're going to go ahead and do that. And then I think we should be fine right here. I can get the 18 key super attack with the Carnival LR Goku because he's not super effective against all types because he only gets that when he crits. Wow, we're only getting 5 key spheres. All right. All right, bro. All right. All right, well, I mean, let's see how well he can tank with 5 key spheres. If we could still survive with only 5 key spheres and 1 rainbow key sphere, that's pretty impressive. So, I mean, yeah, I guess let's just see how well he performs right here. We're not going to kill. I just didn't want him to, like the Carnival LR Goku to go crazy, do a bunch of crits, and then the Android 8 to do a crit, and then Goku in slot 3 obviously would do like, I don't know, maybe like 10 million attack stats, but we got really unlucky with Keith, so I mean, maybe he wouldn't have. But I still think we're okay right here. Okay, we did crit, but okay, double digits. All right, so we're at a 7.13 million attack stat, still good, and we do have the extra 59% defense now that we did our super attack. But I'm a little scared. I don't know if we're going to live because we got really unlucky with our key. So, all right, well, let's see. Oh, 417k. All right, we did live. We did live with about 200k HP to spare, too. All right, so if we did get luckier with just our key and all that, we would have easily taken, what, around at least 200k? And then if we start getting, like, you know, better support units and stuff like that, I could see us taking around 100k from this guy. And that's pretty good. As I said earlier in the video, this guy does take some damage from supers. But still, knowing that we survived that, only with 5 key spheres and 1 rainbow key sphere, that's pretty nice to me. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, with all that shown, I guess let's go ahead and just cut to the unit breakdown. Okay, so here we have Adventure for the Dragon Balls Goku Youth. Now, starting off with his leader skill, it is Dragon Ball Saga, Youth, or Exploding Rage, category Key +3, HP attack and defense plus 170%, and then the additional 30% HP attack and defense is the Dragon Ball Seekers or Bond of Friendship. His super attack is that he gets 50% attack for 1 turn, and then he causes immense damage. And then his first unit super attack is that he massively raises attack for 1 turn, it causes immense damage, and then lowers attack. And then condition for that is that you need a Yamcha, a Master Roshi, a Oolong, a Bulma Youth, or a Bulma Bunny attacking in the same turn. So pretty easy to get right there. And then the other unit super attack, it's the exact same effect, but you just need to have a Android 8 on the rotation, or a Hachan, which considering his best linking partner is the banner unit Android 8, that's extremely easy to get. And then his passive is that he gets 159% attack and defense. He gets attack and defense plus 50%, or no, 59% when performing a super attack. He gives Dragon Ball Saga and Youth category allies 2 key and 50% attack and defense. He randomly changes a type of key sphere to rainbow key spheres. He gets attack and defense plus 20% per key sphere obtained, and then chance to perform a critical hit and reduces damage received by 7%. per rainbow key sphere obtained. And then he gets an additional 59% defense when collecting 3 or more key spheres. And then he performs an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super when performing, when collecting 5 or more key spheres. And then all allies chance to perform a critical hit, and then reduces damage received by 7%. Or no, he reduces damage received by 8% when collecting 7 key spheres. Alright, sorry about that. So I messed that up at the end a little, but basically, as long as you get 7 key spheres, you give all allies 8% crit chance and damage reduction. You give yourself a additional that has a high chance to be a super, and you give yourself 59% defense. So really useful right there. Just a lot of good support in here, and a ton of attack and defense. So really good passive. Moving on to his active skill, he temporarily increases attack by 800%, and then he gets the 59% chance to crit. Now, you would think this is a pretty big buff, and I mean, on paper, it looks like his active skill is going to be hitting pretty hard, but as we saw in the video, if you're not getting this crit off right here, it's not really going to be doing that much damage, so that is kind of unfortunate, but I mean, still, you know, he's got crit chance in here, and at least it's doing some damage. Now, the condition is that you need to receive 8 attacks or be below 59% HP. I already talked about this during the video, but it's really easy to get. Just 8 attacks and then 59% or below HP. You can get that like pretty early on in some events. Like if you get hit really hard turn 1, bam, you got it in turn 2. Because there's no turn restriction to this, which is that's pretty useful actually. So his links are the Innocence, All in the Family, Infighter, Kamehameha, The Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, and Fierce Battle. And then his categories are Boyhood Saga, which is just Dragon Ball Saga, Youth, Explosion of Anger, which is just Exploding Rage, Seekers of the Dragon Balls, Bond of Friendship, Low Class Warrior, Pure Sands, Movie Heroes, Goku Family, Kamehameha, Bond of Parent and Child, and Warriors Raised on Earth. So a ton of categories, some pretty solid links. All in the Family, of course, is really good. I mean, he'll work really good with a lot of other Dragon Ball units, so for his kit, he's got a good link set, but overall, some of these links aren't necessarily amazing, but yeah, that has pretty much been the video. Let me know what you guys think of this guy down in the comments. Let me know how your summons went as well, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch y'all in the next one.